In our never-ending quest to find cooperation wherever we go, the two of us are always on the hunt for games that encourage co-op. But what about the games where single player is all you've got and you can't benefit from bringing a friend? Well, he's a little more than a friend, and we'll find a way to cooperate whether it makes or breaks the game. Benefits with Friends is a series where we explore how multiplayer mods affect single-player games. What seemed like absolute ages ago, we had a RimWorld date night on this channel. All was well and good, but the comment we still get to this day on that video is to try the multiplayer mod. So this week, we're revisiting an old favorite, and we'll find out if RimWorld with friends has its benefits. I should start by saying that RimWorld single player is by itself an amazing game. So good in fact that it was the first exception and non-co-op game to be showcased on date night. In the past, we tried to make our own DIY cooperative mode by crash landing in the exact same coordinates with the exact same world seed. It was fun to compare how our stories played out based on our individual decisions and playstyles. This co-op mod takes things to the next level because it allows our opposing styles to conflict with each other by crashing us into the world together.
What do you want to do, swamp or rainforest? You want to be swamp people?
I mean, I guess. I feel like I prefer rainforest, but I don't really know the difference in terms of the game.
There's a lot less like buildable ground in the swamp, and Lux hates that. He'll be the first to tell you that that sucks.
Going into this, we had no idea how much freedom player 2 would have. As far as setting things up, the host gets to select the crash site and pick out the colonists. It was a blessing in disguise because I would have taken the whole evening making characters if he'd let me. At this point, he knows what I like, so I put my faith in him and was pretty happy with what he came up with. Once the colonists crash land and we have the ability to save, we can finally start up the multiplayer and see what it's all about.
I don't really know how this, like, we're gonna be experimenting here. Like, can you pause? Do I have to be the one to pause?
Right.
What can you do? What can I do? Do we each have like full control? I don't really know any of this. So this is a learning experience.
My initial reaction to getting into the world was pretty normal, but everything changed when I saw his mouse cursor moving around next to mine. I can't even put into words how excited I got when I realized I had just as much control as he did. Both players can assign jobs to pawns, blueprint constructions, adjust the speed of time, and pause the game. It's really like two people are playing one map at the same time. Depending on how coordinated you are, that can either be a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, he has a fire there, I think, if I remember.
Okay,
correctly.
yeah, so we should take you off of research and maybe you can clean.
Yeah, let's have me clean for the bit. Wait, we're both doing it at the same time. I had it set up.
Yeah, that's usually not good.
It's fair to say there were some growing pains in the beginning. This game is one I'm used to having full control over because I've only ever played a map by myself. It was an adjustment relinquishing some of that control, especially when all the buildings were boring rectangles.
And I'm really letting my imagination go wild here.
I like it.
Well, that's the goal. Make something that you like.
We have a lot of similarities with how we play, but he's like 10 times more efficient at it than I am. Of course, we had to snap out of it and remember one of the oldest lessons: sharing is caring. It's not his food, it's our food. And those aren't my alpacas, they're our alpacas. Just so long as he doesn't turn them into food.
They've got little saddlebags.
Why is that alpaca wandering
He's
over
just
there?
eating, Taryn. He's not doing anything wrong.
Because of the order of how colonists prioritize tasks, at times it can feel like only the other person's projects are getting done. It's an unfortunate side effect of turning a single player game into a multiplayer one, but how the two of us decided to divide the tasks didn't help either. Once we realized the problem, it was an easy fix. With some fine tuning to the colonists' schedules and priorities, it's not terribly difficult to find a compromise that keeps everyone happy.
I don't know what I'm talking about. You do you. You got the pen figured out.
I mean, I'm just trying it for the first time. Looks like Noki's finally working on it.
Yeah, he really should be working on the research bench, though. Sorry. It's like the utmost importance. Because your lady doesn't have anything to do, Taryn.
I mean, I understand. I'm just not happy about it. Because the stuff that I'm working on isn't important.
Well,
So then it doesn't
you're
get
building a
done.
pen, unfortunately.
That's all I was assigned to do. I'm just gonna take matters
Where
in my own hands.
is Tarny going?
It's easy enough to say that, but when 101 different projects keep getting blueprinted and the tameness of our animals hangs in the balance, it calls for desperate measures. Getting impatient, I would sneakily set construction as a lower priority when no one was looking so that I could free up the builder to haul. It's a pretty stealthy strategy, but only if you remember to put things back the way they were when you're done.
Dude, why? Build the damn windmill, please. What? I don't understand how
love
you keep getting
RimWorld logic.
sidetracked.
Having played this game hundreds of times on my own, I've had my fair share of emergency preparedness and disaster prevention for when stuff goes wrong. If I've learned anything though, it's that no matter how much you prepare, a crisis will always catch you when you least expect it. It's always a mad panic figuring out how to deal with threats. This mod gains a lot of love for me based solely on the fact that when things go wrong, there's someone to confirm my suspicion that the AI has it out for me. And at the very least, there's someone next to me to help put out the fires.
Flash storm. Where's that happening?
Shit, this can cause massive fires.
Where is that happening?
Here, like.
Whoa, right in the middle of our. Are you serious?
I am.
It's on the sand.
terrified.
No. Put out that fire. The crops
Oh my God,
just grew.
In our house. Tony.
I've never had the flash storm happen on my base. There was a husky trapped inside there.
Where?
He's on fire.
Oh my God.
Zane, don't go back in. Okay, your pen broke though, so the little baby alpaca escaped.
No! God damn it.
If you've ever played this game and wished you could be in two places at once, then this mod is the answer. There's never a shortage of chores that need getting done in RimWorld, and with two people going at them, you're much less likely to miss something important. For instance, one of his favorite things in RimWorld is to explore with caravans. For me, this is great, because I've never been brave enough to leave home base. For him, it's nice to know that someone's keeping an eye out on things and making sure the colony doesn't burn down while he's out and about. On second thought, it might be a good idea to girlfriend-proof the base before leaving.
Okay,
Bye, Randy.
we're leaving.
Wait, why is he bringing the babies with him?
Oh, I didn't mean to take the babies. I guess I just took well, this is... I don't know. Oh, look at them go! They got like a little pouch on their backs.
That is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
He's taking them on a little adventure.
That is so cute.
Why I didn't bring the fully grown ones, I don't really know.
When running a colony with two people, you have to sort of develop a team mentality. It's true that when I play, I always pour my attention and resources into cosmetic stuff like nice furniture and colored carpeting. When we let him run the show, the colony would just turn into a giant drug factory though. When you're playing with someone else, you've got to understand what your responsibilities are. There can only be one upgrade being researched at a time, so maybe carpet making and drug manufacturing can wait until after we have storable power.
I think my favorite thing about playing this multiplayer mod is that I can just get up and walk away and you will make sure that the colony doesn't burn down or that it does.
One thing the two of us noticed was the game moved a lot faster than when you play solo. The reason being that there wasn't nearly as much pausing. Anytime I would stop and think, he was still working in the background. We only ever really hit pause during a raid or crisis to assess how to solve the problem.
No, pause, Cobra.
I see the cobra. We can get it this time.
Okay.
Which puppy is the cobra going for?
Playing with the running clock actually added an element of fun for us because things were always moving. It kept the momentum up and led to the colony progressing a lot faster than usual.
Get the chunks. Put them like, I don't know. Can you build a chunk thing like over here somewhere for I don't know, just get the chunks out of here. This is going to be steel.
Playing with players at two different skill levels in the game can result in some disagreements over certain decisions. I will say that this mod was a good exercise in challenging myself, as I usually play things pretty safe and stick with what I know. For example, when he picked rainforest, I got a little nervous because I almost always play the basic temperate forest biome.
So, as usual, I'm like, let's eat a mild, temperate forest.
I think we should find something with year-round growing zone, which is pretty easy, but maybe like in the rainforest, because I want a little bit of challenge still.
I think I'm gonna be your challenge.
Although I felt better pushing myself outside my comfort zone, knowing I had him there for when the colony was struck with a raid or disease.
Okay. Panther hunting Tarny. Where's Tarny?
Where is Tarny? She needs to move.
Why is she all the way over there?
She was taming an elephant. So she can come
You
back.
were taming an elephant?
Yeah.
You didn't bring any protection animals with you.
Oh shit, I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh no. Okay.
Well, I will remove taming those elephants, but I clicked her to go back.
Okay, where's she going back? Tell me where she's pathing.
She's going back along the road. You can just move
the
her.
bridge?
Yeah.
Do you see where the panther is?
No.
Zoom in on Tarny.
Shit.
So walk into the water is my thought process. It's going to take Randy some time to get to you. It
Nope. Tarny.
It will kill Tarny. I hit it.
Nice.
Keep running. I hit it again.
No.
Keep running. Keep moving. I hit it again. Again. I think we're going to get it. Yeah, there's no way this thing's going to get out of here in one piece. It's down. It's down. Okay.
It's already hilarious with the roller coaster of emotions that is the AI storyteller, but it takes things to a whole different level when you get two role players under one roof. The elaborate adventures we come up with and the stories of who these characters were before crashing on this RimWorld are very reminiscent of our imaginations playing with toys on the floor of a childhood bedroom. It's way too easy to get so caught up in our own heads that we forget to pay attention to what the other person is up to.
Okay, what are we doing right now? We're trying to make... Like, why are you not crafting? Building roof. Where? What in the hell is this?
It's my elephant house.
What goes in the elephant house?
The elephant, so I can sleep there.
Fair enough.
While there's never a shortage of things to do, there can be a shortage of people to do them. Waiting for that first new recruit hits you extra hard in multiplayer because there's not enough to do early game. Once you have a pawn researching, you're basically stuck sharing 2 colonists. And I think as a rule of thumb, you should never have less colonists than people playing. The next time we start a multiplayer save, we'll pick the tribal start so that we have 5 people to play with instead of only 3.
Tarny's happy too.
He's got a burning passion for his work. He's also sanguine, so... He was rebuffed by Tarny, though. Uh-oh.
Well, they're engaged.
He's coming after you. And everybody's upset about the whole eating without a table thing.
I mean, I don't blame him.
Clearly inviting another player into your game also invites all of their bad luck. Any superstitions that we had about our own games come into play with full force.
Don't you normally get like a crash pod or something? We have a tornado generator. Speaking of which, where is that?
It really felt like we doubled down on our bad luck with this colony. Our first session lasted for 3 hours, which I think is proof enough that we were having fun. In that time, we didn't manage to get a single new colonist though.
Transport pod, finally!
Oh my god,
All it took was you not being in the game. I can't believe it.
that's crazy.
If you're looking for a more competitive style of play, then it's certainly a possibility. Through clever use of allowed areas, you can divide a colony between the 2 of you and essentially play 2 separate games on one map. In the event of a raid or a trade caravan, it's up to you whether you're willing to help or share with the other players, since it may encroach on their land. Just be careful not to burn any bridges though, because at the end of the day, 2 heads are always better than 1.
Like, do we see the irony of like burning bridges here?
Yeah.
It didn't take long for the 2 of us to decide that we were better together than apart. The raiders already outnumber us 2 to 1, so we're really only hurting ourselves by not working together.
I'm just happy that the characters that are supposed to be together actually ended up together for once. There is a boomalope in the living room.
Oh, that is terrifying.
Where is this guy? Hauling steel. Dude, you're getting married. Not a big turnout. I don't know why the traders didn't feel like coming to join this.
And at the end of the day, the beauty of the multiplayer mod is that it allows you to blend 2 styles of play. Playing to our strengths and weaknesses isn't just to be efficient, it's also a lot of fun.
Who has a major break risk? Hancock? Dude. You are just a miserable person. I'm gonna have him take some yayo. And it's gonna fix all of this. All his problems, they're gonna just disappear.
During firefights, it's nice to have multiple hands on deck. Too often in single player, I forget to pay attention to one of the pawns and don't realize they're in danger until they're already incapacitated. It's nice narrowing down the number of people I'm in charge of worrying about.
Who's in charge of who? Because I'm gonna watch West.
I'll watch Tarny.
I'll watch.
Okay, you keep an eye on Noiki and Randy, Lux.
It actually adds a little complexity to the combat encounters because we each get a battalion of colonists to command out in the field. We can both go out guns blazing to ambush enemies from 2 separate groups, or divide and conquer and have him lead a squadron dedicated fighting while I'm on rescue duty with my huskies. It's probably not the most groundbreaking strategy, but it sure beats my old technique of having our doctor on the front lines with no cover.
私は治す方の人間なんだが
You can technically play with up to 8 people at a time, but that seems like a lot of work. It's hard enough to keep track of the colonists, let alone each other. I can only imagine the chaos you'd run into if you all outnumber the pawns 2 to 1. Still, it's nice that the mod lets players come and go without much consequence.
See you later, yo.
Hell yeah. Bye, Loki.
Later.
It's just you and me again.
Mm-hmm.
Business as usual. What the hell just happened?
RimWorld with friends certainly has its benefits.